Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Our today's topic of discussion is circumference of circle. Okay, now circle is a very well-known figure. We all know it's a plane figure, right? And the curved line, what is making the boundary of the circle, what is closing the circle, is called the circumference of it. This curved line is the circumference of the circle, right? Now there are innumerable number of points on the circumference, and all those points are equidistant from a fixed point, the only fixed point inside the circle, which is called the center of it. And the distance of this center from any point, any arbitrary point lying on the circumference, is called the radius of the circle. Okay, and if you multiply the length of the radius by 2, then you will be getting the length of the diameter. And what is diameter? Suppose in figure I am marking it AB. Here you know AB is the diameter. Diameter is actually a chord, because you know the chord of a circle means the line segment obtained by joining any 2 points on the circumference. So here diameter is also a chord which passes through the center. Okay, and length of diameter is equals to twice of the length of the radius. That is, diameter is equals to 2 into r. D stands for diameter and R stands for the length of radius. All these things are known to all of you. Now, a very new thing will be discussed in today's class. That is, make sure, dear children, the length of circumference. Here in this chapter, in this portion, we will consider the length of circumference of a circle. Okay, the length of this circumference and the length of the diameter, these two things are in a fixed ratio. That ratio is called pi. Okay, the measurement of it is 22/7. So pi is nothing but the ratio of the length of circumference and length of radius, corresponding radius, length of diameter. Okay, so if you choose any circle and you measure the circumference length as well as the diameter's length, you'll find that these two are in a fixed ratio, which is pi. The measurement of it is 22/7. Okay, this is a fixed ratio for all types of circle, for all circles, right? For all circles. So here from this relation, we can derive the formula of finding the circumference of a circle. What is this? Here you will get length of circumference of any circle is equals to pi, means 22/7, into length of diameter. That means we can write pi, it can be written like this also, into d. Here we have taken it as d. Now d means 2r, because length of diameter, this is the length of diameter actually. Length of diameter is equals to twice of the length of radius. So here it will be 2 pi r. This particular formula will give you the length of circumference of any circle. That is, if you know the radius of a circle, then by using this formula and putting the value of pi, which is 22/7 in this case, that is the ratio of the length of circumference and length of diameter of a circle, which is 22/7, you can find out the length of circumference of any circle. Now let's see a few applications on this. Suppose you want to find the length of the wire which is required to form a circular ring, the radius of which is 35 meters. Means you want to get the wire which, when is bent to form a circular ring, then it makes a circle with the radius 35 meters. So here we We have to just find out the length of the circumference of a circle having the radius 35 meter, right? So as I have told you students, like if we know the radius of a circle and if we consider the value of pi, which is 22/7 in all cases, which is actually the ratio between the length of circumference and length of diameter of a circle, then we can find out the measurement of its circumference by using the formula 2 pi r. So let's do this. Here radius is 35 meter. So length of the where is equals to circumference of the circle of radius 35 meter, which is actually 2 pi means 22/7, which is fixed for all circles, into r means 35. So this is 220 meter. So this is the length of the wire what is required to form a circular ring of radius 35 meter. Let's consider another example. So in the last example, we had seen that the radius was given, and by using the formula circumference of circle equals to 2 pi r, we had to find out the circumference length. Here the circumference length is provided. We have to find out the radius. In this problem, it is told circumference of a circle is 220 meter. We have to find its radius. So it's very clear to us. First of all, we have to consider the radius. Let, in terms of a variable, let the radius of a circle is r meter. So by the problem, we can say 2 pi r, which is the formula of getting the length of a circumference of a circle, is equals to 220, right? Now just by solving this equation, we will be getting the radius length. Okay, so here we get 2 into 22/7 pi's value into r equals to 220. So what is r? We have to do the cross multiplication here to solve for r. 220 into 7 by 2 into 22. So here it will give us 10, 5, that is 35. Okay, so what is the radius of the circle? Radius of the circle is 35 meter in length. Okay, now if in this question you are asked to find out the length of the diameter, you have to just multiply this 35 by 2. Let's take another interesting problem on this topic. Here it is told that length and breadth of a rectangle which is formed by a wire are 29 meter and 15 meter respectively. If the same wire is again bent to form a circle, then find the radius of the circle. That means a wire is used to form a rectangle. The length of the rectangle is given, which is 29 meter, and the breadth is 15 meter. This rectangle, the wire which is used to form this rectangle, is again bent to form a circle. We have to find out the radius of this circle. This radius length is to be found. Now, first of all, we have to see that which part of the circle, that is, which part of the circle is equal to which part of this rectangle. It is clear to us that the length of the wire what is used for making both the figures is a fixed length, is fixed. Okay. So length of the wire is related with the perimeter of the rectangle as well as with the circumference of the circle. So obviously, as the same fixed length where is used to form both the figures. So obviously it is clear to us circumference of the circle will be equal to the perimeter of the rectangle. So from this relation, using the formula 2 pi r, we can easily get the measurement of r, right? So let's begin. Let the radius of the circle is r meter. So by the problem we get 2 pi r equals to 2 into length plus breadth, which is the formula of getting the perimeter of a rectangle. 29 plus 15. Okay. So 2 into pi means 22 by 7 into r equals to 2 into 44. Okay. So how will you find out r? Just by making cross multiplication, like 2 into 44 into 7 by 2 into 22. So here this will give us, after all cancellation, 14. Okay. So what is the radius of the circle which is formed by the same way is 14 meter. So radius of the circle is 14 meter. Hope the entire concept of finding the circumference of the circle when the radius is provided is clear to all of you. In this video, I have shown you a few examples, a few applications of the formula. In your textbook, you will find so many applications on the same topic. Try all of them. Hope this video will be helpful for all of you. Take care, stay safe. Thank you so much.